Australia earlier on today. So it is the clash of the home nations, Wales against Scotland up next. And Wales lead 16-6 in the series. They last met in Tokyo, where Wales lost by 12-10. And Wales have not defeated Scotland for some 12 months or so. And Paul John runs with the same starting lineup for this clash against the Scots, led by Adam Thomas, who crossed for one of Wales' 6 tries against Spain. There were 2 for Chris Knight and 1 each for James Davis and playmaker Lee Williams. Scotland, well, they looked certainly good value for their 21-17 win over Australia. Captain Colin Gregor claimed 2 tries in a personal tally of 16. Mark Robertson starts ahead of Michael Maltman. I should say that Michael Maltman starts ahead of Mark Robertson. So there are the team lineups. The coaches, by the way, Paul John and Stephen Gemmell, they are the best of friends, but they'll put that friendship to one side for the next 15 minutes or so. And it's also a Wales-Scotland clash for the rights to the microphone here in the commentary position. As late as ever, Scott Hastings joins me right up the last minute or so. Scotland, Scott, how do you call this one? We've both said that, well, it could be close, but then again, who knows?
That's the beauty of sevens, is it not? When it's Scotland have got a real opportunity here, but of course Wales plays so well in their opening tie as well. So a lot to play for, and 2 well-drilled teams.
They certainly are, and Wales have reverted to their traditional red shirts. They played in green and black against Spain earlier on today. Those are the standings. The points difference that I alluded to earlier on, 41 for Australia. They have a 3-point advantage there over Wales, and should it come to a 3-way tie, well, who knows how crucial this tie could be. Scotland scored 14 unanswered points, having trailed 17-7 to Australia at the break. As Rhys Jones then gets the game underway. The high hanging kick again, nudged forward by Wales. There's picking it up from an offside position, says referee Matt O'Brien.
Yeah, Matt O'Brien just explaining. Matt O'Brien, sorry, just explaining that the ball still went forward, albeit that the ball did end up behind the player.
Untidy ball, but picked up there by Rhys Jones. The neat little offload. The ball has formed. Wales desperate to get the ball to ground and prevent Scotland from getting the scrum. They've failed to do so. So much depending on the outcome of this match. A little bit of niggle creeping in early doors here.
Michael Maltman on this near side, just adding a little bit more bulk to the Scotland pack ahead of Robertson.
Should just about got it away to John Houston. Colin Gregor is the catalyst, makes things happen for Scotland. Scored 2 well-taken tries in that victory over Australia early on this morning. Chris Knight gets his man, stays on his feet. In goes Lee Williams, but it's still there though for Scotland. Wild pass into midfield. Adam Thomas gets his man. Now then, have Wales claimed the turnover? Yes, they have. And in the hunt here, that's Chris Knight out to Ashley Evans, and that's his first score in IRB HSBC Sevens World Series. The newcomer who made such an impact at the Under-20 Junior World Cup in France claims the vital opening score then for Wales.
Yeah, very scrappy initially, but once Wales got their hands on the ball, Scotland's defensive line hadn't really been set, and in goes Ashley Evans for that debut try.
Well, they will be pleased with that effort down at the Brewery Field in Bridgend, where Ashley Evans plays for the local side.
Gosh, I once played in the Bridgend Sevens down there, win many years ago, famous tournament.
Both Wales and Scotland, of course, playing sevens out of season. But these are specialist sevens squads. Rhys Jones again kicks high. This is Alex Glashan.
Yes, you're injured.
Wales being penalised for the side entry. There's no point in arguing with the referee. Just get back on side and get on with the game. Scott Riddell, powerful flanker in 15s. Wales having to make the tackles here. That's Michael Maltman. As Scott has already alluded, he adds a bit of bulk to the forward effort. Lee Jones, back on the Scottish side, the Newcastle Falcons player. Williams, the brain as they call him. This is Adam Thomas, the captain. Looking to weave his way through midfield. The Scottish defence holds good so far. This is Rhys Shellard. Lovely offload to Rhys Jones. Well picked up there by James Davis over the Scotland 10-metre line. One man to beat. Davis turns the defence. Gregor inside out. Brilliant effort from James Davis. That's his second score on day one here. But individual skills of young James Davis extends Wales's lead.
Oh, James Davis happy with that. It's all about footwork, isn't it? The way he lined up his man, and that was Colin Gregor, but Shellard with the offload, then the support from Rhys Jones. And what about that? Skinned Riddell, and then Colin Gregor, the Scotland skipper, well, he was left for dead because of the great footwork of the young man.
Plays with great confidence, does James Davis. Second season when Shellard was injured, I think it was here in Dubai 12 months ago. Davis took his chances, and he's a mainstay certainly of this Welsh effort. And they lead Scotland by 14-0. Just under 2 minutes remaining on the first half.
Well, both the tries for Wales have come from Scotland turnovers, and Wales ripping that Scottish defence asunder.
Scotland wanting to do particularly well this season, bearing in mind that the Commonwealth Games will be in Glasgow in 2014. So Scotland, as they did against Australia, trailing by 2 scores. Wales competing for every scrap of possession. Scotland come again through Michael Maltman, snapped up there though by Adam Thomas. In goes Lee Williams. That's Chris Knight. This time, a coughed up possession though. Gregor, he's the danger man, but this man has pace. He's Lee Jones, and it's his turn to turn the Welsh defence. Brilliant tackle from Lee Williams, but he can't prevent Colin Gregor from getting a score. And Scotland have struck back.
Yeah, there was 2 Lees involved in that particular try. One was a defender, one was a attacker. And Jones got Williams. This is Colin Gregor. Now watch the number 5 jersey, because he was the try scorer at the end of the day. Covering tackle comes in there from Lee Williams, but the pass was released immediately. Pop pass, and the supporting Gregor. Gregor was the one who started the movement. He was the one who finished the movement.
Colin Gregor's got 30 seconds, and Matt O'Brien has already told him we will be kicking off, however long it takes, and the conversion is good, and Scotland are back within a converted try, trailing by 14-7. Just about time to restart and possibly claim another score before Matt O'Brien calls time on the opening 7 minutes. There goes the hooter. So can Scotland claim the restart here? Such a crucial element of sevens, of course. It's a bit untidy. And referee O'Brien waiting for a Scottish advantage. It's over. Scotland, right at the end of the first half here, looking to add to the score. It's that man, Colin Gregor, once again. He won't be caught, will he? No! Colin Gregor, once more, brings Scotland back from the brink.
Well, Wyn Griffith, isn't this a fantastic game to sit back in and admire? We hope you're enjoying this at home, folks. Scotland full of endeavour, and this man, Colin Gregor, well, he scored 2 tries and 3 conversions against Australia. He's got 2 tries and 1 conversion already, and this is just the first half, and things are just falling into place for Colin Gregor. He's the captain of Scotland, leading point scorer for Scotland, and he's giving his team such a drive and energy today.
Well, what a turnaround in Scottish fortunes, not just in this match, but when you consider that they were relegated to 13th place in Glasgow in their home tournament and having to re-qualify in London, a huge sigh of relief all round. In Twickenham that day, the conversion is missed, so Wales hold a slender lead over Scotland. They've seen them strike back. It's going to be a pulsating second half for sure, but for now it's Wales 14, Scotland 12 at the break.
Yeah, that's it, guys. That's the thing. 5 minutes, fucking excellent, right?
And then we do something. We don't try and do the movement as we're falling, right? So we hit the deck, do the movement, win the race, lift it and play. And then, as we spoke about beforehand, inside support. They get lazy as the ball goes beyond that second pass, pick up the inside line and keep stretching them, right? Defensively, 1-on-1s, get away from that breakdown. Let's just get off the line. Keep working for each other.
Win the race.
All right?
Win the race and attack. That's the key.
Every time,
boys.
get there, working round that corner, inside support. Come on, let's go. 7 minutes. Come on.
Next job, mate. Next job. Come on, come on, come on. 7 in here.
So there we are, the head-to-head in the World Series, 16-6 in Wales is a favour, a 73% win ratio. No match is drawn. Wales have scored the more tries, but here, this is where it counts. Scotland, through Colin Gregor, and struck back before the break. The brave hearts of Scotland, Scott Hastings.
Yeah, well, Michael Maltman's been rolling in his comics again, but it was a brave performance for Scotland to come back into that second half, and Wales will have to regather. We listened to Paul John at half-time, and it's a super game.
So Colin Gregor, 2 tries towards the end of that first half, and Scotland are back in the hunt here at the top of the second half. Wales would appear to have the more difficult task of a final match against Australia, whereas Scotland will face off against Spain in their final pool match. Lee Williams sprints over halfway into the 22, and Wales will get a crucial score here through Lee Williams, their playmaker. The wing three-quarter in 15s has been utilised by the Scarlets in that position, but he's back now in the Sevens squad, where he certainly caught the eye during the Rugby World Cup campaign of 2009, and he's added a vital score to the Welsh tally.
Yeah, Lee Williams out-sprinting Colin Gregor here. But Scotland were poor in their defensive alignment initially there to allow Williams on the outside, and Williams knew that just a simple sprint to the corner.
And perhaps not so simple either, Scott, in this searing heat today. And it takes a lot out of the players, doesn't it? Rhys Jones could do with an extra 2 points here inside the far upright. Yes, the referee's assistant is happy with that one. And that could be a vital conversion, because it takes Wales out to 2 scores clear again, and by 21 points to 12. And I fancy there are more tries to come in this match, Scott Hastings. Scotland putting up pods left and right. Again, it's all very untidy at the restart. And Scotland once again chasing the game, but good work here by Lee Jones. And his namesake, Rhys, can't catch him. And Scotland have struck back immediately. Right from the kickoff. Yeah, it was all a bit untidy. And Wales perhaps at 6s and 7s in defence, but it was Lee Jones showing good pace.
Well, it's good to see this young man back, and what about this for a try? I reckon this could be on for one of the tries of the tournament. Individual skill. When Williams picked this little ball up from Colin Gregor, he knew, look at this step, inside he goes, and then wonderful show of the ball, gets outside. The despairing attempt of Rhys Jones. And remember, Lee Jones towards the posts. Just a great individual try. That epitomises sevens now. Can Colin Gregor nail that conversion?
Yes, he can. It's a one-score game once again. 21-19. 2 points the difference, as it was at the break. That Scottish try came from the restart. Can they claim their own kick here? Gregor hoists the high one. Bounces here, there, everywhere. Lee Williams. This is Ashley Evans. Scored a lovely try against South Africa in the semi-final of the Junior World Cup. 2 tries against England to take them into an early lead in France in the summer. Spun out from Ashley Evans, finding Lee Williams again. Chris Knight, he's got pace into the Scottish half. He won't be caught. Chris Knight. And Wales again extend their lead. Tremendous pace there from Chris Knight. Sean on his debut in Glasgow last season, showing the Scots a way home here.
Well, anything that Scotland can do, Chris Knight responds with a wonderful try. And interesting enough, it was Lee Jones who just completed the scoring for Scotland, who was left a little bit flat-footed on the far side. He just missed his alignment there, and the minute Knight took off, well, you knew he was going to go all the way.
Conversion is missed, and it's still a converted try separating the teams. Wales 26-19, 2 minutes 40 remaining. So Rhys Jones will look to place this ball just on the 10-metre line. James Davis just about regathers.
Yeah, you're right. Must be up to play the ball. Off his feet.
Wales give away the penalty. Must be on your feet, says Matt O'Brien. There's an injury to a Scottish player. That's John Houston back on his feet.
2 minutes on the clock, so an important period of possession, this one for Scotland. Plenty of time for a try.
And Wales have to keep an eye on this man, Colin Gregor. Just holding up the Welsh defence for a second there. Glashan. It's a little bit scrappy. And Scotland have coughed up possession. Wales won't mind that.
Yeah, Glashan delivered the pass, and it was young James Johnson who spilt it. And that just puts it just goes again into Wales's favour. And Wales know fine well, with a minute and a half on the clock, that they can close out the game.
So a minute and a half. Well, we said it was going to be a close call, Scott, and it's still there. Gregor Young doesn't appear to be in any real hurry to come on. He is wearing 2.
And Christine coming off, and Gregor Young coming on.
With his debut last month. Now then, the chance for Wales to seal it here, but Luke Morgan offers himself to Lee Williams. Wales will have the advantage here. Jones cuts back. Spotted the gap. Jones, good strength to Luke Morgan. Has to retain possession. 5 metres out. Wales looking to seal the win here. James Davis this time. Again, back to strength. Finding Rhys Jones on his shoulder. Neat little pass there to the number 12, Adam Thomas. The advantage is over. And the try is scored. A second today for young Luke Morgan. And that might well have clinched it for Wales.
Well, good perseverance from Wales to claim the tie. Rhys Jones was involved in a number of facets of this play. Again, the supporting angle of Luke Morgan.
Yeah, Wales scored 6 tries against Spain. They scored 5 here against Scotland. It could well be time for a restart, as Rhys Jones sees his conversion attempt to drift wide of the upright. It's 31-19 as we arrive at the hooter. But again, Matt O'Brien, I'm sure I heard him say that he would allow the restart. So Wales will have to prevent Scotland from scoring. Points difference is vital. Wow. Now then, given the advantage back to Scotland, the win has been secured. But bearing in mind that Wales have to face Australia in the last match of pool play, with 2 victories, they still can't be assured of a place in the Cup quarter-finals. Scotland, Andrew Turnbull, their top point scorer, try scorer ever rather, and this is the replacement. There he is, Andrew Turnbull, keeping the ball alive. Gregor into midfield. That's the newcomer, Jack Ferguson. This is Mark Robertson taking the ball right out onto the far touchline. Finds good support, good defence though from the Welsh here, looking to get their hands on the ball, but Scotland still have it into referees' time at the end of this clash, and it's been a pulsating affair between 2 nations that know each other's play so well, and 2 coaches also versed in their respective strengths and weaknesses. Turnbull cuts back inside. Ball lost forward from Scott Riddell. Oh, was it? No, play on, says referee Matt O'Brien. Ferguson. Wales have defenders covering on the outside. Oh, good work again from the Welsh there, from Davies. Oh.
No advantage, lost forward, full time.
Full time, no advantage, says Matt O'Brien. So Wales have won their first clash against the Scots for 12 months. It's a good win for them. 31 points to 19, the final scoreline. And Wales on track, but they have Australia to come in their final.